We compare it to jumping out of an airplane, with or without a parachute, and you don't know if it's gonna open or not.
You know who these guys are?
Yeah, Slipknot.
This is Des Moines, Iowa. We weren't expecting a 9-piece band to really make it big and do anything.
It was us basically telling the entire world, screw you.
They're serious about it.
Now, dude, I've said it, done it, we've done it. This band's building an empire.
Do you think if somebody said, yeah, you can have a #1 record,
Not a chance on.
Can't imagine what it's like for you guys, but I mean, it's a lot to take on, and, you know.
And once you have a band and you start having some success, the people who are, you know, were the people that they were are no longer.
It will twist you out.
That's usually for the worst.
Sometimes you would feel held hostage by the band.
One wrong decision.
One person decided to quit, that it would just be over.
It was going to end somewhere.
Take that, motherfucker!
Being from Des Moines, the shithole of the U.S. there, you know, everybody treats us like nobody, so we decided, you know, hey, why not be nobody? We put on the mask.
I talked to Ozzy Osbourne a couple years ago. His son, Jack, was probably still is a huge Slipknot fan, and Ozzy obviously watched them kind of come up through Ozfest. And he talked about standing behind the band during one of their gigs, and Ozzy's reaction is, it's fucking fusion jazz.
It was a machine.
Their show before they got out on big tours was a lot more hectic.
20-some thousand copies that's in it in this first week of release.
They won the Best Band in the World award from Kerrang!
The best description I could ever give for the Slipknot music was what I heard Zakk Wylde say was they're the soundtrack to Insane Asylum. And that nails it.
The first Slipknot CD, like I said, was such an amazing album. You know, when you put your best album out first, it's hard to live up to that.
I love musicians who always take their career further every album, who push their musical integrity every time, you know, and that's what we're going to try and do.
One thing we all know is we're gonna die, and we're doing the best we can right now with what we got, which isn't much. Because mentally, physically, and spiritually, we're getting broke every day. There's two types of people in the world. There's sheep and there's goats. Obviously, I think you can figure out who we are.
Now get your middle fucking fingers in the fucking air! Fuck you all!
Tonight they're back with a song from their brand new album, Iowa.
Yeah, I mean, them coming out of here and naming their second album, Iowa, gives a lot of place, you know, and gives it attention that it normally wouldn't get.
It's definitely a different album. It's all very much Slipknot music.
There are so many other emotions on this album.
But it's definitely different than the self-titled.
I don't even know really where to start with how to describe this record. Darkest place that this band's ever experienced.
We get pigeonholed so much because they think there's so much hate and there's so much rage, but at the same time there's hope, there's wisdom, there's backstories, there's all these different things, man. There's a lot of sadness, but at the same time there's a lot of happiness.
During that time, that was the most influential on all of us was the business stuff. People who were creating conflicts where there didn't need to be any. It was a fucking terrible time.
I applaud them for keeping a band with 9 members together this long. I mean, that's got to be the hardest thing in the world.
Slipknot members, the relationships with each other started to suffer, and this has been described as the darkest time of the band.
Fuck you, you little fucking bitch! Fuck you, man! Fuck you!
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
We were all fucked up.
The entire industry is very poisoning. It takes, like, you know, what was once fairly innocent, decent people and can turn them into absolute monsters.
We became every cliche that we hated. We had everything. One of the biggest metal bands in the world. We were headlining because nobody wanted us to open for them. And we were making a hugely anticipated album. So we just started getting fucked up.
I will say it, it's the heaviest and best metal record of all time. Done.
What does Volume 3 mean in the grand scheme of the band, looking back on it?
After rumors of breakups and bad blood, it looks like the masked madmen of Slipknot were going to hang out their Halloween gear, but
you guys worked with Rick Rubin on this one.
Now completing their third album in their LA recording headquarters.
How was it working with him? Did he actually show up?
Once in a while.
Rick Rubin brought the band back from the brink.
It was the rebirth of Slipknot, you know what I mean? It was like us coming back together, pushing out that vibe that had gotten in there and kind of started pulling people away, you know, and realizing that, you know what, fuck all these outside people, let's get back together.
We really wanted to break out of sort of the wall, the kind of closed-in space we kind of painted for ourselves, and really show everybody in the band, show that there was more to this band.
So what do the new Rubinized Slipknot recordings sound like?
You better get ready, y'all. This is Slipknot.
Can you think of like one moment, could have been this last tour, could have been any tour, where you just went, holy fucking shit?
I can't think of just one moment like that, you know? There are a lot of great moments like that I have.
We're a band from Des Moines, Iowa, and here we are in Los Angeles.
This is a reminder that hard work pays off.
Being nominated for what, the 6th time? We finally won one, so.
And if you're a kid, you want one, you gotta be willing to lose it all.
Everybody's really happy to be doing what we're doing. You know, we needed that break, and it just served us so well, and we're just stronger than ever, you know. We tour smarter, you know, we have better management now. Major success that it's been.
Even though we've been through all this dark shit, we kind of like brought ourselves back together, and we fixed a lot of the shit that was wrong. And it made it exciting again.
Our record's been in the top 200 for 55 weeks now. The Iowa record was in there, I think, for 6 weeks. It's another level for us, you know, and we're just grateful to be a part of it.
The music that gets us all going, it's the music that keeps us together, it's the music that's kind of brought us all together in the first place. Is that right? Come on, what am I talking about?
We were still actually really solid. You know, I mean, I think it was just a lot of people just kind of tripping out about different little small shit.
And we're still together. All 9 of us are still together.
And when we actually talked and got together, realized that
it's good that we need to take time off and let it go away for a while.
There's a period on the last tour where you had to actually leave the tour and come back and look after the kids while your wife was in the hospital. What did that teach you about family life? What did that teach you about Slipknot? How has Slipknot affected your personal life?
Wow. It was the first time in my career that I had to make a decision.
What personal life?
My family or the band. And I had to stay home and miss a whole European tour. Actually not even get on the plane and go with the guys.
I mean, it's hard to say whether or not that's Slipknot or just me, you know what I mean? I mean, you're really in control of your own personal life.
That was the hardest thing that I've had to do. It's harder than making a record, coming up with songs, leaving home, coming back home. It was the hardest thing.
People come and people go throughout your life, whether or not that's Slipknot's fault, I can't say, you know?
You know, I didn't want to make the wrong decision. There was this thing in me always that we have this thing in Slipknot that we always say, we don't want to be that guy. That's why we're 10 years with all original members, because you don't want to be that guy.
Overall, you're definitely somebody who's got a very kind of, I guess, free will oriented outlook, like it's up to you.
And at that moment, I had been that guy. However,
to me, I'd just rather
be able to, at the drop of a hat, leave if I wanted to.
My soul was telling me that no matter what, I was staying home. And I kept telling management, everybody, you know, you should expect I'm not going to be able to go on tour. And they're like, well,
had this happened to me when I was a lot younger,
I wouldn't be sitting in this car, for damn sure. I'd be dead.
I probably would have fallen on my face and failed miserably.
We'll wait until closer. And I'm like, okay, but when you call me tomorrow, I'm gonna let you know I'm not going on tour.
And we've been doing this since '99.
For 10 years, I've been missing birthdays, I've been missing anniversaries, I've been missing funerals.
It's a lot different from how I imagined it.
My parents got old before I knew it. Best friends have gone, you know, illnesses, kids get older before you can even figure it out. It's a tremendous strain on pursuing your own dream, you know, and it becomes very self-centered and selfish.
It's really easy to let it get out of hand and to possibly even throw it all away.
You even wonder if it's worth it.
When I had the dream of doing all this, you know, I used to think, oh man, I want to be famous and be a rock star and get out of here.
It was just the greatest feeling, you know, that you can be that guy.
And I'm still here, you know, so.
That's always what I wanted. That's the kind of family I wanted to be in.
It's home.
I won't let you walk away.
You know, and nothing's ever gonna change that.
Without hearing what I have to say.
We felt that it was time to bring it back home. There's no point going to LA and creating art. The world's gotten to be such an embarrassing place that when you throw a statement like all hope is gone to all the pathetic humans, it seems to get a rise out of people.
All Hope Is Gone was that was different. That was very different. That was probably the most disconnected and separated I've felt doing a record.
I was just kind of worried if we were kind of like saving too much money by trying to stay home, and maybe should have just gone out somewhere else like we had, you know, on previous albums.
That's the only record, the only album done in Iowa.
The album's met with pretty considerably huge commercial success and critical success as well.
And it's my least favorite.
This is your first #1 Billboard album.
That must feel particularly satisfying for you. Is that the case?
Not one of my favorite records.
I just find it ironic that it was so hard to make and left such a bad taste in my mouth, and it became #1 on Billboard. It was just such an evil joke that something you barely could give anything of yourself to becomes #1.
This album was just very separated.
Wasn't like working with Ross.
Our producer at the time just could not seem to get all 9 of us in a room to actually play as a band.
As we started doing photos, I took my photos in this abandoned school. Just outside the hallway, there's a sign that said, "All Hope Is Gone." Members of the band, you know, mainly Corey, I remember, saying that would be a great song title and probably even better album title.
For me, hope has always been something that's it's more about all people than it is just certain people. So for me, saying all hope is gone is basically saying, if you can let go of the selfish tendencies you put on that kind of hope and embrace real hope, maybe we can all kind of, find something a little better in life.
I hated it. I'm as Slipknot as you can be. And we're pretty known for being against, but I'll tell you, even though I hate, even though life is hard, there's always hope.
Yesterday we lost our brother.
Until Paul died.
And the world seems a little smaller because of it.
Then it made sense.
He had the biggest heart of anyone I've ever known. He had the greatest soul I've ever had the privilege to know. He was everything that was wonderful about this band and about this group of people. The only way I can sum up Paul Gray is love.
There is really nothing more to say than it's very important that everybody on the outside of us understands that Paul Gray was the essence of the band Slipknot.
He was the best of us.
As Corey said, he really was the essence of Slipknot, and we would like to have him remembered that way.
He was just, he was so good at giving everyone a different perspective, you know?
I just want to say that I love you, Paul, very much. You'll be sorely missed by the world over. God bless you, and thank you for all the great times that we had together.
We miss you, Paul, and we love you.
You'll be missed. I love you, Paul.
I love you so much.
I don't want to say that it was the cliched, you know, troubled history of a band like us, but sometimes the insanity happens. I mean, time has not spared us the hardships, obviously. It was unavoidable. As mad as this band is, the addictions, the alcoholism, you were just hell-bent out of control. When we lost Paul, it was a wake-up call in a lot of different ways, and we've gotten through it together.
What's kept Slipknot going over the years, despite all the tragedy, I think, is their love for each other and their love for the fans.
We all hurt, and we all try to maintain. All we can do is try to find ways to get through it. By making this music, it helps us move.
And if he were here today, he would be like, yes, we're doing it still.
Death isn't gonna stop Slipknot. Original members not being around isn't gonna stop Slipknot.
The combination of the players, if it's dumb luck, if it's the amount of work we put in over the past 20 years, you know, it's important to evolve and not repeat yourself. Keep the evolution going.
And at the end of it, I feel good. I feel good for the lost ones.
Paul's still here.
I feel good for the other brothers.
Iowa's still here.
If it gets to be a chore, man, we'll let it go. But as long as it excites us, and as long as we can stay into it, and as long as we can break new ground as far as we're concerned, we'll do it forever.